Oh, good morning. Good morning, friends. Southeastern Nigeria. We are now experiencing our own merchants in our own back office. So, meaning that desire, that anxiety to purchase things with our Kringles or part of our Kringles is now live in the TBC community. That quest to have our Kringle be used as a medium of exchange to acquire services and goods are now available. And the good thing, friends, is that in this arrangement, merchants are Tibicians. Merchants who enrolled as merchants, who register as merchants at TBC back office, can go back office, are already Tibicians, knowledgeable about the TBC vision and mission. So we are no longer being, will I use the word, misled by people coming up here and there, claiming to be exchangers, claiming to be this and that for TBC. That phase, that episode is now history. We have our original merchants showing up in our TBC Kringle back office, showing us that we are making progress. So I want to share with you this morning part of the screen that is so wonderful that every Tibician will rejoice. So let's go to the blog post. Let me share the screen. Henry, you are welcome on board. Now I share my application window and let's look at what we have here. I hope we all seen this. Okay, let's look at this. Yes, I hope we all seen the screen. Good. I think we are there. I think there's a slow display. We'll try sharing the screen once more. Okay. Right. I think we're all seeing the screen now. You can see this is one of the blog posts that was done in January 13th by admin. It's an example of a TBC merchant promotional video. You look at this. In this video, he gave an example of one of the merchants. And we know, which I'll show us lately, what happens, how you can assess the merchants. But if you look at this video, this is an example. This particular example comes from Nigeria. And the state province is Lagos, city is Lagos. Let me just go down on that. Let's look at it in a fuller view. Okay. Now, I want us to look at this. Once we have taken the city, what we now see is a Google map, as you can see. So it's not just wherever you are in the world, you can actually locate the precise location. Look at this, friends. Look at this. You can see these pin locations in orange color. This identifies the exact spots where the merchants are located in that Lagos metropolis. So now, our finding and getting location of our merchants are so easily available. So it makes it removes that difficulty in finding location. Then I want to show something, and some merchants too are able to go further to give us their location. Let's look at this one now. Good. This particular merchants, we're going to look at him. We find that he gave his email there, he gave his phone number, he gave his Facebook location, and then there's a promotional thing out there. And when we still look further, friends, this particular merchants I'm showing us, look at this. That's the video. Now, in this video, according to admin, it gives us an advertorial or a live event of what is happening with that merchant. So, friends, this is a beautiful thing happened to us. So I'm going to go back to the screen. Let's share, how do we go there? How do we reach there? That's the question now. How do we become, okay? Yes. Let's go back to the screen. You have seen how the merchants are located. Whether it's India, whether it is France, whatever it is. All over the world. You can know the merchants, you can know what they offer, you can have a YouTube giving us further details, live details of what they do and where they are, and how they offer their services. As admin have told us, some can be 10%, some 20%, some 30%. That is fiat versus Kringle. Now, that particular one showed us offers 100% TBC. So we are moving forward. Now, let's look again at, for those who may be wondering, how do we assess this? Let me show us. Let's go to the screen. Let's go again and look at our merchants. Let's look at how this is assessed. So I'll go back. We'll see share screen. Okay. Let's go to the application window. Right. We're here now. Let's share. Now, you can see this. Now, once, for those who will be asking, how do we get on? How do we get on to the merchant stuff? All you have to do is to go to kringle.cash, and without logging in, don't log in, just look at these merchant locations. We can now click there, and then once we click there, we click at the middle of this box, and then we'll get the country we're interested in. So let's just give it a try. So let's take it that we want to. We'll come here, click at the middle. Okay. Then let's look at what we see. So it is the countries. Then after listing the countries, you now pick the province, the screen, and the location. You are done. Then, but if you want to be a merchant, all you have to do is to log in. You log into your back office. After logging to back office, you go under your account and you click merchant registration. So, and you are done. So let's look at this screen for a while. Okay. So let's look at self back. Now, we're right back now. So what we now do is to really view or analyze what we have said. One, we have been able to know how to locate the position of the matches in our back office. The position of a location in back office, and then as we have been able to locate it, all we have to do now is to now either go to a merchant base or go and become a merchant. Also, go and become a merchant and then be able to either go to the merchant location and make some purchases, or even contact the merchant and also know what to do with them. The next one again is to be able to really familiarize ourselves with the type of goods and services that the markets are offering. Those are the procedures. Simple. Then what do we benefit from this? Friends, it means that the TBC mission and vision is fast becoming a reality, visible reality among members and other folks. I can't tell you the excitement you have in where I am now, in my community. That's of excitement, because people are now realizing that all the TBC admin have been saying are all true. They're all unfolding, momentarily. And as long as you are patient, we have to enjoy what will happen. Let me tell us, friends, we're all expecting us to be 1 billion members, right? Good. And we have been enjoying cookies and promos from the TBC admin, right? Good. Now, meaning most of our Tibicians and those who came new and those who are old are highly empowered. They have sufficient TBC and Kringles in their back office, in their wallets. Meaning they have the purchasing power to buy stuff from our back office. Hello? Meaning that we have merchants who are willing to accept our TBC Kringles. Meaning that most of us can become businessmen and women having shops where you can sell those stuff back to the community. Meaning a kind of empowerment has come up where if we learn the necessary skills, it's time for us now to learn skills, how to make use of what we acquire with TBC, how do we now use it to establish some business types of ventures. Because now we have access to get things. You can be an importer. In our part of the world, we say importer and exporter. You see, you can get goods now at lower prices and sell them. You can be a supplier of some goods and services. You can be a supplier of electronics. You can be a supplier of all types of goods, because in the TBC community, you can have them at wonderful opportunities. So, meaning commerce has been built up through the TBC, this TBC venture, through this website, this merchant appearing on websites. So what do I mean? It just means that there's a greater inflow and outflow of economic activities among Tibicians. That's one. Two, remember these countries are global. There are some stuff you can get from India. There's some stuff you can get from, from Asia, from Europe, from like France. You go to France, go there, you find some states there, some cities there offering services within TBC. And as the day is growing by, more stuff are being offered. So what are you saying, friends? It's time for us now to begin to make good of our position, of what we enjoy being TBC members. Now, I want to say again, we also realize that we still have a window of promo going on. People who don't have one full TBC coin can still benefit now in the current promo going on, which will soon close toward the end of this year. So what are we saying? End of this month, sorry, end of January. So what are we saying? If you do not have one full TBC coin, go and ask your partners, your group, how do you acquire one TBC coin? I'm telling you, friends, with only 40 grains of gold worth of Kringle, you have access to one. Simple. Because we know the economy we are going next, because it's transition phase. But then we hit the economic phase, we're going to have two sets of people, the TBC billionaires and TBC millionaires. So if you are able to acquire one TBC now, between now and end of this month, January 31st, 2019, you have actually become a billionaire in the group of a billionaire in TBC. So for those who don't have any, make efforts to have. For those of you who are new, get back to the people that got you your team and ask, how do I get in one TBC? The promo is going on. As I said, 40 grams of grains of gold of Kringle. Friends, you are there. Or if you don't know how to get it, my phone number is below there. My email is below there. My WhatsApp number is there. Just contact me. I'll show you how you can acquire one full TBC in this small window so that you join the group of TBC billionaires. That's one. Two, we also know that as we go into this full economy, small folks who have become TBC billionaires will be required to drive the economy in the areas of labor production. We're going to produce labor for people. So we're going to employ people, employment of labor. People are going to work for us. But you can't have labor. You can't manage labor until you learn how to manage labor. So according to one of the admin, admin, he encouraged us to do what? He encouraged us to begin to acquire skills, management skills, entrepreneurial skills. This will help us run the economy wherever we are. Because having enough money and not knowing how to manage that money is equally not too good. So we are advising our amiable admin to do what? To go forth and have what we can do so as to be able to run our businesses, because we're being empowered now. If you have so much money sitting in your wallet, I don't know how to translate that money into economic value. It becomes a problem. So let's begin to acquire skills right now. In this transition stage we are now, I'm just re-echoing what our admin advice. Go and acquire necessary skills to be an entrepreneur. Your challenge is no longer the capital or the finance, but what is going on now. The TBC Kringle you have acquired will give you the financial base backup. All you need is the know-how base. So go to any place you know. You can Google where you acquire the necessary skills that can make you run any economy. That is important. In this transition stage, let's go back and learn, acquire these things. That's one. Secondly, or thirdly, the campaign for distribution is still on. Now that we are experiencing this wonderful feature in our TBC community, it's time to go out, double our efforts. Because we're going to acquire more, we're going to reach that number, because that our billion number is in fact, it's magical number. It's physical, it's very, very key. As more people are now realizing that TBC is spendable, our TBC can be exchanged, our community have grown. We can now do that peer-to-peer because members of TBC are now willing to accept our Kringles. You see, the others outside TBC are now realizing that TBC is taking giant step ahead. So friends, I would advise us, let's now do what? Redouble our action to distribute these coins. Let's now go all out through medias, video medias, social medias, person-to-person contact, word of mouth, anyhow we can do it. Let's get this good news across the whole world. Because once we have something to present, you get your kringle, see where you can get it. You can use to buy something. You just go to the back office, you go. No one will see that and not be happy. So we're getting tools, friends, to move forward. That's what when admin told us that by the end of this year, it is possible we're hitting a billion mark. Someone asking how? How? You have seen the how now. This is the howness. Because we now know that you got something to show the people out there that TBC, there are merchants, there are people who can accept that TBC kringles. If people see that, their interest will be even more in being part of the TBC community. So what I'm saying, friends, that we have gotten a tool now to renew, to revitalize, to re-energize our distribution phase, our campaign for more merchants, yes, and more members of our community. As we put our hands together and get doing that, then we know that we are fully working with admin. We are working with all the TBC leaders, because now everyone that is a Tibician has no reason to be dormant, to be inactive, or to be passive. We shouldn't be passive at all, or just observers. Everyone should take action. Friends, let me tell us, I've been on series of TBC cash flow. The cash flow component of this is, as more people are now seeing that we have merchants in-house, merchants in-house in TBC community. When you are talking about TBC, them trying to acquire a TBC so as to be empowered to be buying stuff continually is there. So who are they acquiring TBC from? It's not you. As they acquire from you and pay you fiat, are you not having cash flow experience? So anyone this month who's a Tibician has enough tools to enjoy cash flow. You have enough tool to expand your team. You have enough cash flow to propagate this TBC mission and vision. I have enough tool to empower people around you, because service to humanity is golden. And you only know those who have golden heart when they serve humanity. And all we are being called to do is to serve humanity in such a way that unemployment becomes history. Abundance becomes commonplace. These are the two segments of what we will have, what we'll experience if we join hands to distribute these TBC coins through this distribution phase. So friends, I'm going to tell us this. It's very good and very excited. I'm so excited to do this morning to share these goodies. And I know more is still coming. And I know that more merchants are being enrolled day by day all over the world. Imagine, friends, you are in Africa, you can set services in Asia, in Europe, and US. And in US, you can enjoy and enjoy services from Africa. So we're having a wonderful, what I call integrated, comprehensive e-commerce. Don't mind the grammar. Integrated, comprehensive e-commerce. That's what TBC has done. Because you don't have to pay any fee. You are not going to pay any registration or anything. Because you're a Tibician and you have a back office, you just go shopping. That's great. That's great. So I'm so happy that if Tibicians can find and understand the particular milestone we have achieved by this, we'll all be dancing and singing, knowing that we are moving forward. So on the final note, I just want to share with us, let us remain cool. Let's remain patient. And let's remain articulate and composed, focused. But TBC has come to stay. TBC ain't going no back. And TBC is always going forward. So I want us to key into this vision and run with it and fly with it and move with it, because we are there, unstoppable. So at this note, I want to tell us, I'm happy sharing this brief talk with us. And I want us to see ourselves again next Tuesday. But then there are a lot of things to share. But let us just know that the best thing to do is to be active in TBC affairs. And you will be happy being there. So this is our friend Basil Ode. See you. I'll see you again next Tuesday. See you at the top. Remain blessed. And bye.